a disaster, though. We've got some sweet things to play with in Historic to start, and then we're going to do a bunch of Standard today for the first time. For the first time since Pioneer's inception, I have more Standard decks than Pioneer decks in the queue. So that's exciting. There's still plenty of interest around Magic, even if, you know, the latest hot thing has fallen off the map. So Talrand Sky Summoner here. In addition to cards like the Gitrog monster, which is currently bugged that we can't join events with, Talrand works. We can join events with this one. So they're slowly printing more Brawl commanders into this format. And the Brawl commanders that they print become legal and historic as they print them. So I believe we have Riss, Talrand Sky Summoner, and then the Gitrog monster as things that will be legal, all legal in this format once they fix their bugs. Grapple, thank you for the 2 years of support. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Anywho, so this was a build-around submission for Talrand Sky Summoner, so I've kind of put together a blue-red Phoenix style shell. I included a couple of Mind Stones because this can let us turn 3 Phoenix or turn 3 Talrand, which seems interesting. Got some Pteramander, some Brazen Borrower, then just a bunch of cantrips and stuff to get our bird into the bin, and then ways to flip it into play. So let's go ahead and dive on into a historic event here with this one and see how it goes. A Glimpster. Yeah, the Breach deck seems neat. Another combo in this cold winter. Sure. They had 3 days to fix it. I mean, they don't really do bug fixes over the weekend. I assume it's not going to get fixed the same day I report it. Just go ahead and cast these cantrips. Played the new Storm deck in Legacy. With Underworld Breach, I have not. Temple of Malady into Hallowed Fountain. That's interesting. Don't really need a Mind Stone at this point. Already have 4 lands. We'll definitely take a Chart of Course for next turn, though. Let's play that. Let's play another Pteramander. Let's attack for 1. I didn't watch it live, but I actually watched it this morning before I went live. Shaw tweeted about it. As always, John Oliver is a national treasure. We are lucky to have him. God bless immigration. Without immigration, we wouldn't have John Oliver. 4-color control. Could be like 4-color Dreadhorde, too. A few different things in this format. Hey, not a committee. Thanks for the 7 months. Welcome back. Let's draw a couple of cards here, shall we? Well, when it rains, it pours, chat. The good news is I'm at 4 instants and sorceries here. So Opt will be 5, and then Shock would be... Oh, they're Keysis. That makes sense. So Opt will be 5, and then Shock will be 6. So even if I draw blanks next turn, I can end step, Opt, untap, Shock them, and then double activate Pteramander. Would like to draw another Shock or a Brazen Borrower here. Perfect. So Brazen Borrower lets me go ahead and take Keysis off the table, which means I'm less likely to get combo killed next turn. And then I'm just going to go ahead and Shock their Dome, and then fart one of these Pteramanders and crack them for 6 here, I think. I'm down to 8. Alright, so Keysis combo. I guess Fry is actually quite good in this matchup, huh? It tags Diligent Excavator and it tags Keysis. It seems very reasonable. Lava Coil is probably fine for similar reasons. Gust could be okay. Gust takes Keysis off the table. I don't know exactly how much I want to trim. It's very possible that because I'm becoming more interactive post-board, that Mind Stone can be given up. Shock isn't super stellar, right? It's appealing to keep more one mana interaction, though. Oh, and it's cool. Thanks for the 10 months. Welcome back. This might be trimming too much, too many cantrips. I have 12, 16 left. 16's probably fine. Plus these are technically instant sorcery still. Easy mulligan here. Is it? I have Crash through him on the draw. The question I have to ask myself is how good is the rest of this hand? If I hit a land, it's just okay, right? I guess I keep this. I mean, to be fair, and yeah, I didn't really cut aggressive cards for the things that I brought in. So it's not like I'm making myself less aggressive with my choices. Yep. That's pretty good against us. What? That's gotta be wrong, right? Yeah, this is the Eldraine board. Yeah, they must be new. So this card exiles our graveyard regardless of who they target, and like milling me isn't super profitable. Ashiok sees play in the opponent's archetype as a means to exile or fill your own graveyard up. That's still wrong. It's still wrong to just like discard random cards off the top of my deck. I also like didn't have any cards in my graveyard though. Yeah, they must not realize they can mill themselves with this. There might be someone who's new to the archetype. I think I want a radical idea in response here. What do I want to cash in? I think it's just the shock. I guess the shock could be used to kill this, which could be appealing. Losing a full 20 cards off my deck probably isn't great. I don't know. Yeah, the thing about getting milled, and this is something Magic Arena brought a lot of players in from Hearthstone, and that milling is really good in Hearthstone because Hearthstone is a game where players frequently see the entirety of their deck over the course of most games, whereas in Magic, that's not the case. So in Magic, if someone mills a random card off the top of your deck, it's generally just the same as if you never drew that card. Whereas like in Hearthstone, you can generally expect to see most of your deck each game. So like if you mill their key legendary in Hearthstone, their deck just doesn't function in some cases. Whereas in Magic, decks generally don't work that way. Sure, they got 3 Phoenixes, but again, like, these 3 Phoenixes getting milled, it's no different than like if those 3 Phoenixes were stuck in the bottom 10 cards of my deck, right? Hey, Dubes, thanks for the 9 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. It depends on what you're looking to do, Monster Man. So one of the reasons why Raid has so much content in it, and I've enjoyed it, is because even heroes that are like B or C ranks, some of them are really good in particular areas. If you look at those ranking sites that we have pinned in the subs Discord channel, a lot of them have them broken down in different areas, like they're 4 or 5 stars in certain areas and worse in others. What base I'm using? These are the ELD. They had these on a daily deal yesterday for gold, so I bought them. I wasn't gonna buy a second set of foil basics, but spending gold on them is basically free. Goodbye, bird. The second Ashiok might actually end up winning them the game. That's enough mill that if we don't draw threats, we can't do anything.
This isn't a fight you can win. I've got time.
Yeah, you can always see all of the upcoming decks they're going to be playing on a stream in the deck queue on my website. Always stay well organized around these parts. Or at least try to. Oh, I'm dumb. Yeah, opponent must be new to their deck, so I shouldn't have played Talrand there because they didn't downtick this. But they also missed the fact that they could Teferi bounce Oath of Kaya and kill my Talrand. So I assume the opponent is new to their deck. The S tier starters go a long way in Raid. So I have 11 cards left in my deck. I'm going to have 7 here in a second. You 5-0'd with this last night. Sweet. Yeah, I added a couple of Brazen Borrowers to what I had posted. No, the Gitrog bug hasn't been addressed. I mean, we only posted about it on Friday, so like expect them to fix it over the weekend. I think is pretty unrealistic. So I sent Talrand and Ashiok because it dodges Ruinous Blast. I have 6 cards left in my deck. There's a good chance I can't win this game because I had the second Ashiok and they build me aggressively. So the fact that the opponent is just like not bouncing their Oath of Kaya gives us a shot though. Hey, thanks for the 10 months, Cody. Welcome back. Yeah, I don't think we can deal 25 at this point. 4 cards in my deck, none of which are spells. It's hard to calculate exactly how many lands we drew this game in proportion to spells, just because, like... Yeah, these are lands. And we're dead. think I'm gonna go ahead and run it back. Just like draw some more gas this game, hopefully. Maybe cutting Borrower is wrong because I want the extra threats. Perfect. 1, 2. Noted Weasel. I'll get bumped after the stream as always. Could Aether Gusting my own crash through get me there? That's a good thought. Probably not, but it's an interesting thought. Gonna hold up Aether Gust here. If they don't give me something to Gust, I might just like opt plus shock their face. Hey, Turnpike Bear, thanks for the 2/3 of a year. That's an interesting thought, Marty. I guess Murmuring Mystic is a card this archetype played when it was in Standard, huh? This is probably a good comparison to make. But I would like to point out that Murmuring Mystic dies to Urza's Ruinous Blast, and Talrand Sky Summoner doesn't. So telling me that this dies to more, I'd just like to actually push my glasses up here to start the morning. Get off my lawn. I'm gonna shock this in, and the reason why I'm shocking it in is if they don't give me something to Aether Gust, I want to fart one of these at the end of their turn, but I think I'd like to hold up Aether Gust rather than fart, because I can kill them next turn regardless, right? They did a whole lot of nothing and died. Yeah, I think based on some of the play patterns that game, our opponent was probably a little bit inexperienced. Like, for example, I don't think Tashar's probably a card that should be in their deck post-board against us. Tashar's more for matchups that are going to grind, whereas, like, we're an aggro tempo deck. We're trying to run them down, so it'd be a little bit of a role misassessment there due to inexperience. No, chat, they didn't address the bug that affects an astronomically small amount of players that got reported on a Friday over the weekend. Come on now. Even a big game company wouldn't have, even a capable game company wouldn't have jumped to fix the get wrong bug. Come on now. I should probably make it a command. Nah, I don't really watch a lot of Magic coverage these days. I watched like half a match of Worlds at one point, but wasn't really glued to it. Feather top forward the NRG. That's sweet. I think that archetype's very good. That's unfortunate. Well, I guess we just do this, and then we hope to find something to deal with that. Hey, thanks for the 18 months, Colin. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Let's start with this. Huh? I just bin the bird. I've been the bird. Perfect. I'm gonna play the tapped land. And then next turn we can bring the bird back. You know, I thought I remembered bits happening for that, and then... you know what, Into the Frozen Sky, I'm sorry. So, your message, your autocorrect must have put bant to banned. I was like, I looked at that when I was putting the QD. I was like, I thought someone bumped the bant Elspeth Conqueror's Death build, and I control F my log for the word bant, and it definitely says banned. Can you bump my banned EDC deck? Yeah, I won't be able to get to it today because it's a builder on submission, but I'll get that bumped up and we'll get to it tomorrow. Sorry about that. I was like, I know I control F for that. I'll bump it now, but yeah. All right, what are we doing here? Crash through to start. I'm doing all right, Toxic Chip. You always want to play Charter Course last, so that way if you find another Phoenix, you can discard it. I'll ditch the land here. Playing like blue-white flyers. That's a big in. How about we do this? We'll let damage happen. We'll shock this to finish it. I think I'm actually going to play this land out. Nah, I'm going to hold on to the land because I've got these charter courses next turn. I have no idea, Save-In. I think so, but like they're also not super consistent, so I just don't know. It's probably the correct answer. Nice job calling the champ. I said Javier Dominguez, not Paulo. So I did not call the champ. Well, we're only in the second match, so as far as expectations go for this deck. I have another counterspell here. Interesting. Okay, so I get 2 Phoenixes back then. And let's play this land and do this. This will be my 7th spell. So my Phoenixes are coming back. This will be... I'm really surprised they haven't just activated this and gained 5, but I'll take it. I feel like they've given me a real shock because they haven't just activated this. Yeah, Scary Terry might drag us across the finish line here. Reading people's minds is not a skill that I'm capable of. Who knocks? Really need to draw instant or sorcery here. You get 2 shots at it. This is where the magic happens, chat. Doke. They're still dead, right? So I have 2 Phoenixes in here. I'm a JoJo. Thanks for the 16 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, really, I feel like this opponent misassessed how good their Resplendent Angel was going to be. Usually speaking, especially in matchups where, like, their flying blockers are super relevant, it's just correct to just sit there and activate that Angel every turn if you have the option to. Fry and Lava Coil here are excellent. Brazen Borrower is good not only for pressure, but also for generating tempo. Maybe Mind Stone's just filler and I just trim that every game. Yeah, playing around any removal spell save in. Well, I mean, I already have 60 cards in my deck, Cody. I also don't think I want to be super reactive in this matchup. Dispute's more for, like, hard control decks. Or combo decks. Nexus of Fate's still legal in this format for some god-awful reason. I'm going to lead on Sulfur Falls here, so that way if I draw an untapped blue source next turn, I can go Terry. Like, I could lead on the mountain and, like, have Sulfur Falls untapped, but then I don't give myself the out to do this, which is great. I think I'm at a point where I'd rather chart a course to draw 2 without discarding. Hey, thanks for the 2/3 of a year, Slam, and I appreciate you shipping that Prime back this way again. Welcome back. Huh? I think I'm going to give them a turn with this, so that way I can pump out some friends with Talrand. I missed 3 points of damage doing this, but I think that's a worthwhile exchange. It has not been unbanned, Cody. If it had been unbanned, we would be playing it. Or made legal. I don't know what the technical definition we want to use there is. They could theoretically have a sweeper in their deck. Actually, do I want this land? I think I actually want the land, huh? I guess I have a good chance to draw another land, famous last words. I'm gonna take the guaranteed land. Yeah, I agree, Time Lord. Digital Magic's much better for a variety of reasons from a commentator perspective. Well, that's unfortunate. He says before he draws the best card. Are they dead? I feel like they're probably dead. Radical idea. Ditch Arclight Phoenix. Tempo. Hey, Max Attack. Thanks for the 2/3 of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. When opponent concurs, they are dead. Alright, we finished the Blue Mastery tree. It leaves just green. Sure. I can't believe you have unfilled master. I'm sorry. Sorry to disappoint. I apologize. I think I keep a blue source here. Just for the record, I don't buy every foil. A lot of the foils we have, people in the community specifically donated for those foils. It's like I don't just buy actual every foil available. I just had a lot of people in the community enable me at various points. Are we playing against AI? I mean, aren't we all AI a little bit? I feel a little artificial sometimes. As always, build around submission should be answered by using the form on my website. I don't say yes or no to just small ideas thrown out here in chat. Zelf, thanks for the quarter of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, I think I just pass. I'm on a radical idea now because I could hit a Pteramander. There we go. You cannot foil Talrand. Why would... I mean, Commander players don't like cosmetics, right, chat? Why would they allow you... Why would they allow you to foil your special premium Commander cards? Commander players don't like foils. Again, just as I'd like to reiterate, Wizards of the Coast, if you're out there, for a very nominal fee, every time you release cards on Magic Arena, I will take the time to tell you which ones should be offered with foil options, because whoever you currently have making that decision doesn't seem to be particularly good at the job. I mean, the ideal answer is all of them, but I also understand reality. So, like, the reality of the situation is they don't have all of them because there's obviously some kind of resource limitation. And I understand that reality, but, like, they're not good at allocating their resources that they have is the issue. So, like, I understand that they can't give us everything for whatever reason, but also within that confine, they're also not picking good cards to give borderless options to. There are a number of constructed staples that just are missing foil options. Yeah, Elspeth Conquers Death kinda slaughters us, huh? This card, like, every mode of this card is just absurd against our deck, huh? This matchup's probably impossible between Narsets and Conquer's Deaths. So, they're gonna get back Narset at their main phase anyways, so I don't think I'm supposed to attack her, right? Because, like, they're gonna get back the new one and put her to 6, so I'm just gonna attack them for 3. I have never foiled any of my EDH cards before, yeah. Exactly, so y'all get it. Y'all get it.
I have just the trick for this.
Yeah, they get to Conqueror's Death my Phoenix again. There are, thankfully, 4 instants and sorceries in my bin, so I do just get to fart 6 Scary Terry here and kill Narset, which is nice. So I'm gonna do this and then attack here, and then I think I chart a course, hit untapped land, play second Pteramander, he says optimistically. it.
I've got it.
Was so close to having Pteramander last turn. So close and yet so far away. Double top, yikes. Maybe I'm supposed to opt in response there. I don't know, like, it only costs 2 to fart these at the moment, so I kind of think I want to fart one of them. Yeah, Oliver's comment on Buttigieg's Medicare for All That Want It plan was very, very good. All right, so they have Absorb here. So I think I'm supposed to play Opt and just try and find a Phoenix here, I think is my goal. It's a shame we don't have a blue source here to GM Talrand and punish them. Yeah, if you're a John Oliver fan, last week tonight aired their first episode of the season last night, and they covered Medicare for All. And John Oliver has a brain and isn't bought and paid for, so obviously he's pro Medicare for All.
I have a plan.
That'll do, pig. That'll do. Dispute's great. Fry's great. I think we want Saheeli and Karn here as extra threats. I think I'm trimming Discovery. How many cantrips do I want to trim here? Brazen Borrower actually doesn't seem that good, and I'm bringing in these as threats, so that seems fine. Shock as a way to finish off Narset and Teferi seems reasonable. I just trim Mindstone again as filler. Just trim around the edges here. I think Mindstone's fine. Like, Mindstone's a card that I think enough people don't play. It's a card that's very good because the opportunity cost of it is incredibly low. I had someone just slid into my DMs complaining about John Oliver's comparison of Buttigieg's shit sandwich plan. Which really just goes to show that people don't understand what they're being sold. Buttigieg's stance on Medicare reform was... Yeah, it really is. Like, it does. I do like avocado. I mean, the record should reflect that the Medicare for All plans put forward by Sanders and Warren, who are the two that are advocating for it, have transition plans for people who are currently employed by the healthcare industry. Much like New Green Deal and other climate change plans have things in them to move people away who depend on their income for fossil fuels for their income. Hey, thanks for the 9 months, Testy fella. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. All right, I think I'm just going to play Karn this turn. If I play Talrand and they just, like, play Teferi and down tick, I basically just wasted my turn. So I think I'd rather Karn and get some Karn advantage going. So they're being conservative and not down ticking Narset. Thankfully, this is post board, so I have a fry in my hand here. Let's go ahead and eat some fried Narset. I'm going to play this island, play this Pteramander pass. That's a little unfortunate. Can't dispute that one. Now, there could be merit to not playing Talrand here and holding up Dispute for Trawler, but with the Conqueror's Death in play, that merit, like, kind of just goes away. If they play Land Trawler here, we're probably just dead. Morning, Genesis. Hey, thanks for 13 months, Stormy. I'm LGS. They know me as Cat Guy because the Red-Black Aristocrats deck you made before it was good. Excellent. I think that archetype's still super reasonable. Yeah, Karn drew 2 cards before he was exiled, at least, so got that going for him.
I can no longer stand by and watch. I'll protect you.
Yep. That's unfortunate. We can beat Dreamtrawler with a bunch of birds. Maybe. We would need to string together a bunch of cantrips, though. And the problem is, like, Narset's coming back into play next turn. And this currently costs me 5. So I can play this, and then I can't attack this, and I'm currently playing Hearthstone, so my Mystic Disputes are off, so... Yeah, if they hadn't had this, and I'd been able to kill Teferi, and, like, I could hold up Mystic Dispute this turn, we might be okay, but, like, with Narset coming back on 6 here, and them having a grip full of cards, I think we're just dead.
I got this.
This matchup's probably bad to the point of being unfixable, if I had to venture a guess. Hey, thanks for the 22 months, Cajun guy. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pack it in. Yeah, Conqueror's Death especially, just like, actual every mode is absurdity against us. Got 2 Mastery Orbs today. Running hot, chat, running hot. Easy mulligan there on the first one. Yeah, this is probably fine. I think I'll probably bottom an island here. Just gassing the crash through on one, looking for some threats to put into play here. Joke's on you, opponent. All my cards are mystery cards. Well, I guess Shock's a card at face value, huh? Scary Terry. Welcome to the party, bud.
The mind is a tempest that can be controlled or not. Do not challenge your presence in my sky.
Wow, way to weigh down my Pteramander. He's just trying so hard to get by in this world. Poor Terry. Is that a balanced 3-mana Planeswalker? There's a lot of balanced 3-mana Planeswalkers. Like, Planeswalkers are a card tape that get way too much flack from lazy people in the Magic community. Like, a lot of people are like, 3-mana Teferi sucks and Oko sucked, so all Planeswalkers are bad, or all 3-mana Planeswalkers are bad. And it's like, if we judged every artifact based on Blood Moon, or if we judge our enchantment based on Blood Moon, or we judge every artifact based on Ensnaring Bridge, like, that just wouldn't make sense. Hey, thanks, bud. I appreciate you. Right in the bin. Now the question, do I try to hit a 1-mana thing to put Phoenix into play this turn? Putting Phoenix into play this turn doesn't really do much though, right? I think I'm just gonna go land pass. That's pretty unfortunate. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and Petty Theft Yangling here, so they can't just make a 4/4. Because I didn't care about them making a 4/4 when I had Petty Theft in my hand ready to go. But if I'm losing the Brazen Borrower, the 4/4 is a little bit more worrying. Hey, thanks for 7 months. While you town, welcome back. Yeah, we can activate the Pteramander now, which is great. Huh? I think I'm supposed to bottom this looking for a card to bring back my Phoenix. Dropping off my monthly Bezo Bucks. Thanks for the content and facilitating a chat around reasonable discussion. Thanks for the 2/3 of a year, Kane. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. Pteramander is so good. Yeah, it also gives me trample. Also gives me trample. So we're hoping to fade Ritualist here, which is a card they could be playing. No blocks on that one. Beard, baby Beard. Thank you for the half year. Welcome back. Yeah, their Enforcer is not stellar against flying cards. Deck. It's definitely the truth. Although I guess this attack is bad, right? Because did they forget that this grounds my creature? I bet they forgot that this grounds my creature. So this could have actually been fine here. What if I send this here and send these 3 here? So, like, if they save this by blocking, they get a 4/4, but then, like, they lost a 4/4, right? So I'm at about the same place. So, like, by attacking here and sending these here, I'm getting rid of a 4/4 while also pressuring their health total. So I think these are optimal attacks. I think they lose a 4/4 and we deal 6 to their face. When's the green beard? Thank you for the third of a year, Frogfart. Actually, speaking of beard colors, next Monday, I'm gonna be doing a charity stream for St. Jude all day, my normal Monday slot, and I think we're gonna have a couple of the donation goals be to extend the stream, to do a stream a little bit longer than I normally do, but I think one of the top donation goals is gonna be a beard coloring again. Yes, we did the Rampage of the Clan builds around. There was Sultai Rampage. Actually a really good set. Do I want to attack here? If I attack with everything and they double block a Pteramander, they take 8, go to 1. They're likely to chump block a Pteramander, eat Arclight Phoenix though, and then they take 5, go to 4. And I'm left with Pteramander, and then I get to flash in Borrower. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to attack with everything here, because I think the permutations of how their blocks work out are all pretty okay for me. I also am incentivized to pressure them here, because there's a good chance my opponent's deck contains the card Ritual of Soot, and the longer I give them, the more chances they have to draw that as an out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Rampage deck was deck of the day we played it. So they blocked exactly one of the permutations we expected them to, and happy with the outcome here. Now both of these Pteramanders are lethal threats, which means next turn when we attack with them, they're obligated to chump block both. And I'm going to get to flash in Brazen Borrower here at end of turn, so they're going to have to go chump, bump in the way, take 3, go to 1. A beard color behind a paywall, my wallet, have mercy. Thanks for the biddies, Top Toe. So they have to block both of these. Now, something that could work out well for them here is if they have a removal spell for Enforcer, they could kill their Enforcer at the token, trade with Borrower. But if they have a removal spell for that, they could probably just block my thing anyways. Yeah, St. Jude helps to make a reality what I would like to be a reality for everyone in this country, which is that a world where families can get their kids taken care of without having to worry about the bill. They do good, important work in addition to the research that they do. Definitely my go-to place when I want to make a charitable contribution to somewhere. Alright, so Grixis, Lava Coil seems absurd. Kills Nikki B, exiles their afterlife creature, and exiles Phoenix. Is Aether Gust good enough? I feel like it might not be. Maybe it's fine. I don't know that I want... So, like, I have Karn and Saheeli as extra threats on the board. But I'm not sure that they're good enough. Yeah, Fry might be okay. It does kill Yangling, and they probably have 5 mana Nicol Bolas, huh? Although, like, I feel like I need to ask myself, would I rather have Fry or would I rather have Aether Gust? I don't think I have room for both here. Shock doesn't seem particularly stellar. Maybe I want to trim some of those. It's important to keep a certain number of, like, 1 mana instants and sorceries for bringing back Phoenix, but I think trimming 2 is fine. I could Coward split the Fries and the Aether Gust, I suppose. Tempoing Rekindling Phoenix is not nothing. It's a big deal. I'm going to Coward split him 2-1. Just won't block Warriors today. Underworld Breach is one of those cards that it really makes me wonder, like, what were they expecting to happen with it? Like, what was the best case scenario outcome with Underworld Breach? What do the decks where that card's not busted, it's just playable, look like? Because I feel like I don't have a good picture in my head of what that actually, like, what is a world where this is just okay? I think I'm just borrowing this Chromatic Lantern. It's broken in Commander 2. Lol. Too much dog. Thank you for the interior here, sport. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. They exiled my Phoenix. That's so rude. I have such huge amounts of remorse, chat. I'm gonna agonize over it for forever. Yeah, but like, at least Yawgmoth's Will has the excuse of being a card from like 2 decades ago. Yeah, I'm actually excited to see the Breach deck for Standard today, since there's a combo kill for it there. Really weird. I'm surprised that they're like trading this. They're trading their Ugin for like Pteramander plus a couple points of damage here. Phoenix, please. It's fine. And then next turn, we get a draw step, 4 looks with ups to find a Phoenix to ditch the Radical idea, which would be great. 18 cards into our deck with only 1 bird, so pretty decent chance to find another bird in like 5+ looks next turn. Yikes. Okay, so if they plus Chandra here, they're down to king. Okay, so if we find a Phoenix, we kill Chandra, which is nice. That gives me 2 more looks. Yeah, we'll keep that. None of those are the Phoenix I needed for Christmas, huh? Guess I keep the chart of course here. Good chance we're dead to this.
Is it just me, or is it getting a little warm in here?
Probably did.
Will remake the multiverse in my image.
Looks like someone's getting a little sweaty.
And I am everything.
I'm reaching my boiling point.
Two cards off hitting it last turn. Go Radical idea, ditch this bird, see if we can get lucky and spike a second. Urza at 5. Yeah, we're dead here. How was my Valentine's Day? It was good. Christy and I did a couples painting class where they give you one picture across 2 canvases and you each paint half of it. I put a picture in the subs Discord. Where was it at? Turned out okay. So Christy and I each painted half, and she liked it enough to put it on the mantle. So you know, could have done worse, chat. Could have done worse. Sure, low end to keepable here seems fine. I think we just play our threat here. I think I'm supposed to play the crash through here as well. I want to just give myself my best chance to hit my land drop to find the Talrand on time. There's a little bit of a balance between like playing your cantrips, hit your land drops, but like also having enough left over to like use Talrand after. Whoa, that's a new Legion's End animation. That was super sweet. All right, now that I've guaranteed my 4th land, I think I'm just gonna pass here and like hold the cantrips for post Talrand. Sure.
The wind whispers secrets. All you have to do is listen. Loud the howling winds.
I mean, if Wizards doesn't address or change Pioneer today, it sends a very strong message to me as a player that their goals for the format do not align with what I want as a player playing the format. It sends the message to me that their goal for their non-rotating formats is for them to all end up like Modern. And that makes me sad, but, you know, it is what it is. Perfect. Hey, Saucer Crab, thanks for the 14 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. We have Ray Mondros. It's good. It's a good piece. Michael Marchucci, thank you for the 4 months. I appreciate the 3rd of the year. Welcome back. Looking for a Lava Coil or a... I think there's a chance I make this attack even if I don't draw this, but I think with the Talrand drawn, I definitely just like jam there. Future Jeff did remember to put, well now he's past Jeff, but I did put Brazen Borrower in the deck.
God, once again.
So this is actually kind of a tough turn. Like, I think I'm supposed to fry this, so that way I just 2-turn clock them. Because this way, if this is a blank and this is a blank, they die. I think it's a line. This also gives me Phoenix as an out to kill them next turn. All right, 3 and 1. Let's try one more here. See if we get the old 3-2 or if we can finish 4 and 1 on the day. So, here's the thing, Spiral. The last scheduled ban list update, they banned scheduled ban list updates, which means when the format gets to a point like Pioneer, where a bunch of people have been incredibly turned off and soured to it, every single week, you're going to have a bunch of people hoping that Wizards of the Coast restores their faith and fixes their crap. So, it's not that it's every week is possibly ban week now. Yeah, I think they did say that they were going to let us know ahead of time. I believe that was the case. So, I would expect no changes today because they didn't announce before today that there would be changes, which again, in my opinion, no changes today is an immense failure. I guess that's not fair. It's not fair to say that it's an immense failure. No changes today means that they want every format that's non-rotating to devolve into what Modern's devolved into. It means if you're someone who doesn't like lots of linear decks racing each other, non-rotating Magic's not for you. That's what it means. They're collecting data. They have more than enough data. Anyone who thinks a week's worth of Magic Online results isn't enough data doesn't understand how many matches of Magic get played on Magic Online in a week. If we hit a charter course here, we can put Phoenix into play. Yeah, radical idea. Yikes. This is definitely a matchup where our sideboard's going to come in handy. Both Gust and Lava Coil should be very, very good here. Ooh, that's a Talrand. Huh. My colors of mana here are a little bit awkward. I think I'm actually just supposed to play Arclight Phoenix this turn, so I can get some blocking in. In my opinion, if you are not currently playing Breach or Inverter and Pioneer, you're not trying. You don't want to win. And that's okay. People play Magic for reasons other than wanting to win all the time. You just need to understand the situation that you're in. Just, you know, don't lie to yourself. That is actually an incredibly good draw here. I don't think I'm blocking with this. I agree that the Heliod deck is the worst of the Splinter Twin decks, but I also think it's still quite good. Alright, so I'm going to kill this. I'm going to double block this. I'm going to go to 1. Well, those were incredibly good draws. Alright, I'm gonna pass. What happened to it? Yeah, it just doesn't beat the combo decks. Yeah, one of the worst win rates at the PPT that just happened. Yep. Hey, Cardinal, thanks for the 15 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. You know, Marty, we were talking about Talrand versus the 1-5, and, like, we would definitely be dead this game if this was making 1-1s, right? Like, not close. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the land there just because... I think I just shocked their dome. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, we would have blocked a little bit better earlier. We'd be at a slightly higher life total. It's a fair assessment. And then the last question here is, do I fart Pteramander or do I bin... I do have a Phoenix in the bin. Maybe I should have done this on my turn. I don't know. Like, I'm still pretty likely to pop off next turn, right? Like, I'm gonna fart. I think I just fart Pteramander here. And then next turn we can bring back Phoenix. Yeah, I get better blocks with farting for sure. Like, we're not out of the woodwork yet, but we are kind of stabilizing until they draw Bone Crusher and kill us. Because, like, if I leave up the Pteramander activation, they don't have good attacks here, right? Because my 3/2/2s eat their 5/5, and my 5/5 can eat their 3/3. Yeah, I agree, Marty. A lot of different situations. These attacks seem super loose. So I get to trade... I get to trade 2/2/2s for a 5/5, and I get to eat their 3/3. So we need to fade like 2 to 3 draws here. I feel like they're supposed to either just attack with the 5/5 or attack with nothing here. Am I supposed to try and put the Phoenix into play, or do I just make another 5/5? I think I'm supposed to just make another 5/5. What if I attack for 7 and chart just to draw 2 without discarding? I think that's the play. Bone Crusher, kill you. Okay. Maybe I'm supposed to leave back 2 blockers because their creatures draw more creatures. Like any other creature kills us here. Oh gosh, it's a 6/6 from both of those. Well, that's brutal. That's unfortunate. Okay. I cast Discovery Opt this turn. I think I Radical ditch this so I can get my Phoenix back. Okay, what am I attacking with is the question. If I attack with everything, so like, how conservative am I supposed to be? If I attack with everything and this is a blank and this is a blank, I kill them next turn, right? So is that my play to win line? I think the play to win line is hope that this is brick and 2-turn lethal them. Like, I think we're more likely with this being brick. Their hand is likely a blank because they didn't do anything with it last turn, which means I just need this to be a brick. Yeah, I think this is ideal. And we weren't beating that one regardless. So they had a brick. The top card of their deck was live. Really close game. Talrand was super impressive there. All right, so we get to board in a bunch of Lava Coils and some Aether Gusts here. Brazen Borrower was again very good there. Shock seems fine. They're probably a Pelt Collector build. I think I trimmed Discovery. It's a little bit on the expensive side. What do I want to get rid of here? Hey, guard yourself. Thanks for the 13 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. It's also probably worth noting there that, like, the reason why that game was so close was in part due to the fact that my opponent was playing Henge instead of Embercleave. Like, if my opponent had just cleaved us that game, we probably die, right? But instead, they decided to put Henge in their deck, which just, like, lets them draw cards instead of killing us. So I don't think I can trim Radical Idea in this deck or Crash Through, or Radical Idea or Charter Course, because I need ways to discard my Phoenixes consistently. Hey, E.T. Schwartz, thanks for the 15 months. Welcome back. Happy Monday, folks. Up to almost 1,000 people in here already. Weird. The viewer count goes up quicker in the morning when we start with Magic Arena. Strange how that works. Is it though? I mean, to be fair, when Standard was bad, that wasn't the case. It's a holiday. I mean, it's a holiday for the United States. Hopefully they down-tick Domri here and I get to blow them out with this Borrower. Oh, is it a holiday for Canada too? That's good to know, I suppose. Send this one back from whence it came. I feel like we're dead. Like, I can't just play Talrand here. Yeah, I don't know that I'd board Flame Sweep in this matchup even if I had it though, Marty. Well, it's like obviously fine in this board state. Like, a lot of their deck is bigger creatures, right? So I think even if I had Flame Sweep in my 75, I wouldn't be bringing it in here.
Busting heads is my bread and butter.
All right, so we take a metric ton. I get to kill this. I think I leave these Pteramanders back as blockers. If they draw a couple more bricks here, Talrand gets to take over the game very quickly. Yep. All right, so we're done here. Good chat. Good chat. Do I just let this happen? What if I just radical idea in response with the second Talrand in my hand? I kind of like just ideaing in response here. Actually, just dead on board. Yeah. All right. I think I'm happy with how I boarded. Let's run it back. That was both of those. Both of those were like really impressive games to me. Was really, really close in both directions. Like, needed to fade game one, they hit, we died. Needed to fade for a turn game two, they missed, we won. Yeah, I agree, Black Sheep. Used our health total as a resource appropriately, and we got paid off for it. What's going on, Omni? I'm just gonna go tap lane, go here, I think. Ah, yes, the old no green source Manamorphose keep. Excellent. Hey, McLam, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome to Oaklandia. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. I think I'm supposed to kill the Legion War boss, right? This card kills me really quickly. Otherwise, like, I really want to kill their Paradise Druid here. But this is probably necessary. Swish. All right, two really close games. Third game where magic happened. This build felt very reasonable. Phoenix is an archetype that like had a lot of legs in standard. Not surprised that a build of it feels good in historic here. Talrand was genuinely good in a number of spots. Like making 2/2s was super relevant. Hey, Fire and Fury, thanks for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Cut the Mind Stone. I think the Mind Stone was fine. So again, something we often talk about is just because you frequently board a card out doesn't mean that it's bad. So like if you saw in the games that we were playing, most of the games post-board, I was trimming Mind Stone for interaction. So I was basically cutting speed from my deck to be more reactive, which is the path that these archetypes generally like to take. Being able to just cast this on 3 or this on 3 seems more than reasonable. I think there's a lot of little details you could tune or trim in here. The one thing that felt really concerning to me is I'm not really sure you can make this deck meaningfully competitive against blue-white control. So, like, I think that that's going to be a force kind of omnipresent in this format because it has a lot of good tools in it. We've played it a number of times on this stream here to good success. Just between Narset and now Elspeth Conquers Death, just every part of Elspeth Conquers Death beats you up. It exiles your Phoenix. It makes your next turn really clunky, and that in conjunction with Narset just locking you out of draws means I don't think you can really change enough things to make that better. Or technically Grixis, kinda. We got a couple of discoveries here. At any rate, if you're looking for Phoenix in this format, I think punting the blue-white control matchup isn't the end of the world. There's some people playing it, but not a ton. And if you're looking for a take on this archetype, I think this seems like a very reasonable spot to start. At any rate, we are going to dive on into some standard for the remainder of the day here. All arena day, which is fun. Tomorrow's going to be an all arena day as well. We're going to kick off the standard portion with a Teamer Underworld Breach combo deck. We'll be back in just a few minutes. I'm going to quick ad roll while I get all my deck stuff switched over. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere.